I'm back. So today, first of all, welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you. I'm giving y'all car content today because again, I'm waiting outside for my daughter and her dance. This video is going to be about transparency of where I was and where I am. When I tell you, as a single mother of two, there are things that I thought I never would be able to do. I never saw myself getting a master's degree. I never saw myself on this journey to PhD. And I'm going to tell you what the reset was for me. Someone said online, I don't remember it, I'm going to go look for the video. It might have been my pastor, because I met my pastor online. Like, I met him on Facebook. That's the first time I've ever saw my pastor was on Facebook, and now I actually go to that church. And he said, everything that people tell you you are, they're lying. Just imagine how long you've been holding on to what people said you are versus knowing what God told you you are. So I spent a long time with people saying that I wouldn't amount to the person that I am because of who my parents were, who my siblings were, who my friends were. But what they counted out is my faith in God and really being able to trust myself to do not as I told them I was going to do, but to do as I wanted to do. There's a big difference for me telling people, oh, I'm going to do this, and there's another difference for me actually taking action. They doubted me taking action into being the woman that I am today. And when they say sometimes family is your worst enemy, they ain't never lie. Sometimes family is your worst enemy. And as crazy as it sounds, it's true. I try my best as a daughter, as a sibling, as a mother, to be there for people. And there's a lot of cases where people weren't there for me, and a lot of the support was one-sided. So I've taught myself over the last couple years that I have to put myself and I have to put my kids first. And when learning that I have to put myself and my kids first, I saved myself. I made sure that I had the education that I needed to make the money that I wanted. Not just the money that I need. It's great to have your needs met, but it's another thing to be able to live comfortable and be able to provide a lifestyle comfort for your children as a parent. So that was my job. My job was to make sure that not only that all of our needs were met, but we can also vacation. We can save for the future. I'll be able to pay for college for my kids when they get the chance. I'll be able to, have a savings. And it's hard to say that in the day and age that we're living, because I heard that they're talking about a recession, but we're not too worried about what they're talking about. We're worried about our actions and implementing what we say we're going to do. We are no longer just going to talk about it. We're going to be about it. Talking is over. We no longer talk. We let people see it in real time. We let people see the change in real time, and that's exactly what I do. I let people see the changes in me as a mom, as a mother, as a woman in real time. I don't talk about it anymore. I just do what I have to do to be the best version of me because I love me. I love me. Another thing that I had to work on was being in toxic relationships. We don't realize how draining another person is until they're gone, and that's the wrong time to realize it. Now, when I say I pick up on cues, if somebody says something I don't like or something that I know makes me a little uncomfortable, I am no longer interested in that person. This is like what they say about life. We're here for a while, but we're not here forever. So if I meet someone, I meet a guy, and he's saying things that I know that I'm not comfortable with and I'll never be comfortable with, I do not even entertain it. Especially being a mom, I'm very cautious about who I bring around my kids. So, back in the day, when I was young and dumb, I might entertain him, but he's going to change now. When I see people and they tell me who they are, I believe it. I believe it. I don't question it. I be like, yes, you are that person, and I move on with my life. because life is short. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Happiness is extremely important. And I'm about to say something. I'm about to give y'all a word. And I'm going to find it because I had to learn this too on my other phone. There's a difference between happiness and joy. And where I am in life, I have joy. I'm going to tell you that joy comes from God. I know I'm silent right now. Bear with me. All right. I found them. Romans 15:13. May the God of hope fill you with all the joy and peace in believing. For a long time, that's one of them. It also says it in the Psalms, right? But I'm going to say this. For a long time, I confused joy and happiness. Knowing God brings me joy because not only can I share my testimony and how much God has done for me to put me in this position to have joy, but I also have happiness with being content with my life. And being in a place where I'm content with my life brings me happiness. Being able to share what God has done for me brings me joy, because God can change things in an instant. And I'm a perfect example of how quick God can change things. Everything that people thought I was, I'm not. And I'm going to tell you that everything that people thought you were, you're not. You're amazing. You're intelligent. You're beautiful. You're kind. You're loving. You're covered by God's grace. You're a lot of things. But what you are not is what they say you are. Never forget that. And it took me a long time to let that sink in. What you are not is what they say you are. You're so much bigger. You're so much better. And I hope that you realize that. I don't want to say before it's too late, but before you let them control you in a way you know you shouldn't be controlled. For me to get that happiness and peace, I had to move away. I had to really step back and go, I need to put me and my little people first. But before I put me first, I got to put God first. And that changed my life. Now I'm in a position where not only I can help myself, but by the grace of God, I'll be able to help other people in their lives. My nonprofit focuses on the unhoused, but the idea I have for this nonprofit is way bigger. It's terrifying, to be honest. Way bigger than just helping the unhoused. Terrifying. But I'm ready for it because I trust God put this in my heart because this is my purpose. There's a big difference between having purpose and just living life. And I would do anything and everything to let God use me. I'm open to it, happy to do it. And I do hope that it helps a lot of people when I actually get off the ground and get these grants out. I'm an amazing writer. So I'm going to start writing grants maybe in the next 2 weeks. I'm just mapping it out. But I can't wait to actually help people. I do hope that you have joy and that you know happiness and get to feel happiness. I know they're two different things, but I definitely hope that you have both. Never forget that this life, it's not forever. So while you're here, take care of yourself. Love yourself. It took a long time for me to be like, okay, I'm going to put myself before, everyone, before your kids grow up, right? Before your kids, and I'm in a place where I put the oxygen mask on me first. As a mommy, it's hard to say that. As a mommy, you want to save your little people first. But if you don't take care of you, how are you going to take care of them? So make sure you put that mask on you. I know as a parent, male or female, that's hard to say. That's hard to believe. But you can't help anybody if you're not helping yourself. If you're not the best version of yourself, and you're not becoming the best version of yourself for people, you're becoming the best version of yourself for you. Never forget that. You are literally becoming the best version of yourself for you. So again, that's pretty much it. Starting at this bottom. We're here though. Farther than we thought we would be. Now we're on YouTube making content, sharing my life, so that you guys can know it's no game. I'm here to stay. I'm super excited about sharing my journey with you guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. See you in the next video.